Joining us now is Larry Levine. He's the founder of Wall Street Prison Consultants and a former federal prison inmate himself. Larry, it's great to have you with us, and now we're talking about a lot of focus being paid attention to Joyce Mitchell, a woman who worked in the tailor shop. Explain for all of us, what's the atmosphere like on the inside with inmates working with civilians, people who get to leave every day?
Well, you know, she kind of fits the profile. I didn't know until I just saw her picture what she looked like. Overweight, not exactly attractive, and on the outside she may live a lonely life even though she's married. But on the inside, when you have all these inmates that aren't around women, they're probably flirting with her, making her feel good about herself. And I have personal knowledge from my 10 years of federal custody of inmates that got involved with sexual relationships with female staff members.
We don't know, Larry, whether or not what the connection here is. She's just being described as a person of interest, so I don't want to wildly speculate just based on her image about what her connection to these
from things I've seen over 10 years and more.
Well, again, she's a person of interest right now, but I do want to play, Larry, for everyone, something a former inmate at the Clinton Correctional Facility said about getting tools out of the shop on site. Take a listen to this.
It's very closely watched. When you leave the room, you know, you're pat frisked down. They make sure you don't have anything on your pocket. You didn't, you know, take a screwdriver, let alone, you know, a cordless drill or a saw.
So now we know on site they say that all of their equipment has been accounted for, Larry, but is it more common than we would think for inmates to be able to get power tools into a jail cell or somehow be able to get other contraband that would be effective in escape?
Well, I would say that it's impossible, especially in a location like that. All prison facilities have central tool rooms. The tools are checked out. There's a shadow board. And if the tools aren't all back at count time or when they clear the work details, they'll lock the place down. They'll conduct an investigation. I know of circumstances where there was just a little tiny magnetic drill bit that was missing, and that person ended up going to the hole and being placed under investigation. But in this case, these guys had power tools, and I wouldn't be surprised if they had cell phones, possibly laptop computers, to aid them in their escape. You know, they cut that metal hole in the wall probably a long time ago. The holes in the pipe and the manhole, that all happened later. So they had a lot of resources at their disposal. Somebody brought those in, and I'm guessing that it is this woman in the tailor shop, that possibly she put power tools inside of the clothes, and other inmates, because they were in the honor unit, just wheeled the cart with the clothes over to the inmates, and they just put the tools in their cell.
All right. Well, Larry, we appreciate your insight, but again, we don't want to over-speculate about Joyce Mitchell and being a person of interest and her connection to what the prisoners is at this point. It is uncertain. But Larry Levine, thank you for giving us your insight with Wall Street Prison Consultants. We appreciate it. Still ahead.